Hello Sagittarius, it is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your weekly May reading, guys. So this is going to be from May 3rd to May 9th, 2019, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. I am going to start doing a weekly schedule, weekly upload. So you guys are typically going to be on Thursdays. I'm obviously off this week, but typically you guys are going to be from Thursday to Thursday. So I hope that you like that setup. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're old. I really hope that we continue to grow and expand. And don't forget to check out that description box below on information how to book a personal reading with me. Also, any fun information like my Instagram, so you can follow me there. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into it. Okay. One more shuffle. Alright, let's see what's going on with our Sagittarius. Yeah, so we have the star coming in, so healing, wish fulfillment, Sagittarius. And while I was pre-shuffling, I got a lot of positive energy about completion, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, happiness, abundance, all right? The things that you've been praying on, wishing on a star are going to start coming true this week, all right? Or you're going to start seeing the beginnings of it, that light at the end of the tunnel. Excuse me. So really beautiful energy to come up. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we even have Temperance coming up, which is your energy balance, all right? And higher elevation, because a lot of you guys have focused, and I can speak to my grandmother who's Sagittarius in my life. It's just like a lot of you guys have opened up a lot spiritually into those higher realms that you guys, more so than a lot of people, already have access to, because you're ruled by Jupiter, which is an ancient ruler, and Sagittarians are like the philosophers. So a lot of you guys are getting really into deep spiritual knowledge and elevation, and because of that, things that have bothered you in the past, you've kind of elevated past that, right? It's kind of like you've kind of adopted like this monk-like mentality, or you're working on it, and you're going to actually start seeing the benefits of that. Yeah, some of you guys could start seeing those pennies, you know, that are going to start coming in, and really those seeds that are going to lead to a really nice money tree, you know. So let's see what's coming up. Yeah, the Four of Wands, happiness, celebration, all right, marriage. But this is just a taking time to celebrate, all right? Celebrate the things that you've been able to achieve. Celebrate the things that you've been able to open up. Celebrate movement, all right? And, ooh. Yeah, we had quite a few cards pop out. Alright, so the underlying energy we have is the Queen of Cups. So you could be connecting with a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, but that's a loving, nurturing, artistic energy. But the most important thing that I was speaking about earlier is that spirituality, that intuitiveness. The Queen of Cups is known for being intuitive. Alright, and you know, it's a Piscean card too. So with that, it's that same mutable energy. Pisces are also ruled by Jupiter. Like I said, you're stepping into the other side of Jupiter. The spiritual side of Jupiter, all right, past the luck, past the glitz, past the big picture. You're getting into the nitty-gritty fine details as far as spirituality, connectedness, one consciousness, understanding that we're all being a part of the same loving thing. You're just feeling this oneness amongst people, animals, and things. You're curious, you know, before you might not have liked animals, but now you're even thinking about getting a rabbit or, you know, some odd animal, something low maintenance, all right, because you understand the importance. Or you're starting to leave food out for the stray cat. Like, you guys are starting to do things like that you wouldn't have done in the past, because you're starting to see the connectedness in the world. You're more likely to see similarities opposed to differences at this time, because you're just tuning in. You're tuning in. You're plugging in, all right? And so, yeah, you're looking around you, and you're starting to sort through these cups. I don't even think that you're overwhelmed by it. You're starting to see them for what they are. You know, you're starting to see what the bubble is that we live in, you know. You're just starting to open up spiritually and intellectually, guys, and it's really tickling your fancy and your curiosity. But this has to do with a lot of like emotions. We're moving on. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups coming up as the heart of the reading, and apparently you're moving on too, all right? Let's look. We have the Three of Cups. Interesting lineup coming up as the foundation. Yeah, we have the Hermit coming up as a card right now. Your present energy. We have Judgment. Ooh, coming up as the most likely outcome. And then finally we have the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, wish fulfillment, guys. A lot of you have tuned in. You've tuned into the frequency. And now you're starting to hear the messages. Some of you guys, I really think instead of walking away, you're going back to something with the Three of Pentacles being here. Or another way to say this, somebody that you walked away from now is kind of curious to reunite. Perhaps a lot of you guys were plugged into like the life. All right, you were plugged into things, and now you've taken some time for yourself with the Hermit card being here. Could be connecting with the Virgo, but it goes back to the star, that elevation that I was saying earlier. Could be connecting with an Aquarius too, but you've gone inward to again see that we're nothing more than this, and we have to treat everybody with the same amount of respect, you know, because like this, if this is God's hand and we amount to this spec, you understand that, and you understand your role in that, you know, to treat those that are smaller than you, to treat those that are less fortunate than you. I don't know, a lot of you guys have just gone into like this really introspective world, understanding how appreciative and grateful you should be because of kind of all the chaos that surrounds us, and you've tuned out and you've taken a step back. But again, it's gotten you to this point of realization, all right, with the Judgment card, which in other decks is also known as realization, and it's just like this aha moment, this epiphany of consciousness. And I think a lot of you guys are leaving. This is a different read. I've never read these cards this way, but this is kind of what I'm getting. A lot of you guys are leaving behind old patterns and habits. It's kind of like if this was like the Sex and the City card, which some people call it. It's just like a lot of fun. You're with your friends, you're with your girls, you know, you're out, you're doing the achieving thing. This is more so, it's just like you realize that for a lot of you, this was unfulfilling. All right, what does it mean to like just be out with friends and drink and smoke and party? All right, you wanted to find something a little bit deeper than that. You wanted to advance. You want to leave this behind, all right, and kind of go into like this a hermit mode where you detach from worldliness. All right, you're detaching from worldliness. You're detaching. A lot of you guys could be taking break from social media. It's that type of energy where it's just like you're leaving behind the big city and you're going to the country. All right, leaving behind the big city. Yeah, like it's just like you really want to go inward, and because of this, you learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about the world. Again, you learn so much about consciousness. You just get to a higher elevated level of thinking and awareness. All right, and elevation. It's because, you know, you're kind of breaking Amish, but it's the opposite way. Yeah, and because of this, again, look at this, and you're the second group, you're the second fire sign to have all minor arcana up top and all majors at the bottom. And here's what you have here. Sorry, guys. But all this major arcana, this revelation, this journey, this leg of deep intuition and going into a deep knowing is going to help destiny turn into your favor. So a lot of you guys, again, are going to be getting some wish fulfillment. This could have to deal with money because you've moved attachments. Yeah, no, this is all cups up here. That's crazy. So it's Queen of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Three of Cups. So this is something that you could be emotionally tied to, something that has given you a lot of emotional anxiety or something in the past. But I am sensing that for a lot of you guys, this has to do with not necessarily a relationship. It can deal with a relationship, all right. But for some of you guys, this is just your intuitiveness, your essence, your being, that you're about to shift consciousness. All right, so yeah, that's a really interesting reading, really deep week, but this can last from today to like the next 3 months. But you guys are going to start feeling the energy of a shift. All right, especially with the 10 being up here, but the Wheel of Fortune. So that's like a completion of a cycle. All right, something is changing in your favor, and this is like a divine wheel turn. So it's like if you know somebody's like this, it's like God personally making that wheel happen, and you're going to start feeling that because again, you're tuning into this frequency. You're in it, all right. You're tuned in. You're very aware. You're very alert. You could be receiving spiritual downloads, all right. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your thoughts, in particular with the Hermit. You know, be sure to write them down. Keep your phone handy for notes. Keep your pen and pad ready if you're old-fashioned like me, to just be able to just jot it down, because you're going to be having some really profound type thoughts. All right, so that is what I got for you, Sagittarius. This is awesome. We are going to get into your oracles, but before I let you go, I did want to give you a friendly reminder to don't forget to check out that description box with information how to book a personal reading with me. Also follow me on Instagram and like, share, and subscribe. All right, Sagittarius, let's get you an oracle card and then we'll get you out of here. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Here, I'm sorry. I don't reshuffle these. These cards are harder for me to shuffle, but when I pick a couple cards and they don't add up, I just reshuffle it. What's going on for Sagittarius, please? What's going on for Sagittarius, please? Three, 2, and 1. Thought we were going to have a jumper, but we didn't. All right, so let's see. We have clean it up, followed by a leg up, and then imagine in peace, okay? I meant to grab one, but I ended up grabbing 2. So this is cleaning it up. I think it's cleaning up in your environment. Again, it's detaching from worldliness. Like, it's weird. It's a little weird, because it's like some of you guys are just going to be like, this is really, really extreme, but some of you guys are like, will be able to commit to no longer wearing shoes in order to bring awareness to kids in Africa who don't have shoes. Like, it's that type of transformation where, like, you want to put in the work, you want to start living and breathing and becoming that philanthropic, humanitarian person that you wanted to be. It's like, for whatever reason, you've been sparked to do it. It could be because of the shenanigans that's going on politically around the world. Something sparks you to, pack your things up and just move forward. And because of this elevation, because of this elevated thinking, you have a leg up, all right? You are heads and tails above the people that you're surrounding yourself by, the people that you're around now, just because you're thinking on a different frequency. You just tuned in somewhere else. It's a higher one. It's a higher elevation, and it brings you peace. And again, a lot of you guys could be connecting with a Pisces in some sort, or dealing with Piscean energy, all right? Neptune's here also. But it brings you such peace to start letting go, all right, with this Wheel of Fortune, and things just start looking up. Things just start looking up. You start walking around with this airiness, this lightness to you, Sagittarius, because you just have this deeper understanding of connectedness that only few people, and I think that's where Pisces and Sagittarius, that's where that Jupiter overlap happens. It's just understanding the connectedness and the oneness that we all experience, and being able to understand it and study it from a intellectual perspective, if that makes sense. All right, so you could also be able to articulate this. So please be mindful of what you're writing down, because you guys could be having really prolific type thoughts. So be willing to share those if the opportunity comes, and let your imagination roam free, because in your imagination you'll be able to learn something very, very new and very, very, very valuable. All right. So that's awesome. So that is what I got for you, Sagittarius. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Godspeed to you during this journey, and I will see you next week. Peace, Sagittarius. Until next time.